Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Caster and Stephen Volor. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us. We're glad to be back.
Yeah, it's almost been a year to the day that you guys were on the show last.
Yeah, it was last year in April.
Yeah, a little different circumstances. We're not in the same room together. We're doing this thing virtually.
Yeah.
But you know what? We got all kinds of fans who are going to hang out with us because we're on Facebook Live, right?
Right.
Yep.
So that's a plus.
Absolutely. Well, let's get started. For people who don't know you, maybe talk a little bit about who you are and how the band got started.
Well, I'm Stephen Volor. I'm the lead guitar player, also the manager, the booking agent, producer, and most importantly, the HR department.
Wow.
I can only imagine how many complaints you get from people in the HR department.
Oh, yeah. I got to monitor this guy real close.
Well, I'm just gonna.
He's a loose cannon.
Well, yesterday on Instagram, I posted a photo and he censored it.
I was like,
So-
because I don't know if you saw it yesterday, but there was more to that photo, and I'm like, you can't post that. Like,
Yeah, I had to
clean that up a little bit.
Right, because Facebook is a family place, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mark tries to keep it that way.
That's right. Well, you got to start somewhere, right, with baby steps.
Exactly.
So you guys are brothers, and I know you've been playing music together for a long time. Talk a little bit about how you got started with.
Well, it really started because of me. I caused trouble and I caused the band to really start. I think it was like 7th, 8th grade. I started listening to heavy metal. I made some new friends. We started listening to like Slipknot and System of a Down, that kind of stuff. And then one of my friends, he's like, check out this guy, and he started playing Marilyn Manson, and I was like, oh man, like the visual, he's all.
This guy's messed up. He's crazy.
Yeah. But the music, I really love the music, and then the image just fits the music after a while, and he became a huge influence for me, and that's when I wanted to become a musician. So I bought a guitar from Sam's Club starter guitar, and I played it for like 3 months, and then I was playing it, and when you start playing, you start writing. So I wrote some crappy riffs and some crappy lyrics, and I was trying to combine the two, and I was having a hard time with that because I was bad at guitar. I was horrible. So I'm like, hey Steve, can you play this while I try to sing over it, see if it fits?
I'm like, sure, I guess. Why not?
And then he played what took me 3 months to learn and write. He played that in like 3-4 minutes. He caught it really fast. So I was like, well, I guess I'm not going to be playing this guitar anymore. So that's when I started to sing. And another reason Manson was a huge influence was because at the time I had a lower voice. I was going through puberty and everything, and I had a low, raspier voice. And I was like, well, if Manson can do it,
And he never sang before, too. It's like, we just
Right.
picked up music out of the blue. Like,
Well, that was the thing. I was in choir in 7th grade. I remember that, and I absolutely hated it. It was the worst thing on the planet. I hated singing. I never wanted to sing. And then, like, a year later, I'm now a singer. And now it's my favorite thing to do on the planet, and that's what I really miss right now.
How or do you remember when you wrote your first song together? I mean, do you remember when that was?
what
That was day one.
what was the
Like,
first
as soon as I
song?
gave him the, oh man, I think this.
I'm thinking of 2 songs. I just don't know which one.
I don't even want to talk about it, but the song was called "Breaking Glass on My Head."
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
That's metal. Come on.
Absolutely, it is. That's very
So,
Manson
yeah.
inspired.
Actually, I remember our first 3 songs. That was the first one. The second one was Devil's Anthem.
Devil's Anthem.
And the third one, I was really into the Misfits when I wrote this one. And this song was called Cemetery Whore.
These songs got cut really fast.
Yeah. we
evolved.
That escalated quickly.
That was our first week of doing music, and well, it takes time. So
I mean, we wrote those 3 songs in like that first like week.
And then the following week, we were doing a show at the Varsity Theater.
That was actually true.
Our very first show was as a duo playing heavy metal at Varsity Theater.
And at that point, we actually had half an hour of music.
You're right.
And we already cut Breaking Glass out of my head. We cut that out of the set.
Yep.
I think we even cut Devil's Anthem out of the set. Like, we were already...
No, I remember playing that one.
We played that one?
Yeah.
The thing is, we were moving fast.
Yeah, if you watch our video for My Rock and Roll Dream, in the beginning of the video, you see us, we're like super young, and there's like blue lighting and a big stage. That's the Varsity Theater.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Boy, that's a great way to start your career.
Right? Yeah.
So, obviously you've evolved, you've grown together as a band. You kind of call yourselves industrial theater. What does that mean to you, and how did that play out in the early days?
So that's kind of a misconception. The industrial theater more describes the stage show and more the visual aspect.
The look.
Yeah. So like we say, we welcome you to the industrial theater.
Right.
So like it's half theater, half steel metal plant. You know, like,
Yeah, because the industrial part, that talks about our stage show. Everything is made of metal. We got pillars, wings.
it's all like industrial steel.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very durable. I remember someone was helping us move the wings that we had in the background, and they dropped it, and then they got all freaked out. And I'm like, yeah, I think you damaged the concrete there.
More than the wings.
Like, the wings
themselves,
are
you know?
fine. Like,
They're like these massive wings, like...
It's all very strong, and that's why I call it the industrial theater, because it has like that industrial steel metal plant kind of look, along with the
Theatrical aspect.
theatrical kind of
Alice
Cooper.
Yeah.
Kind of like Alice Cooper meets Rammstein. You know, that's kind of what I was going for. So it's not really describing this.
Caster, did you build all of the stage props yourself? All the stage setup?
Yeah. I cut all that metal. I welded it. I created the whole blueprint, so like the idea for it, like how the wings look and everything. I did all that by myself.
Amazing.
I actually really enjoyed it. I like working with metal.
And so I got to ask, did you build the thrones that you guys are sitting on right now too?
I did.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
so these, just so you know, are 100% recycled.
The seats that we're sitting on are the seats that came from our tour bus.
That's
So
phenomenal.
You gutted the
So-
seats and then turned them into these
I
chairs.
took the seats out. They were just lying around in my dad's shop, and I was like, what if we just paint them black? Because you gotta paint it black, make it look cool.
Right.
So we did that, and I'm like, how do I make it look like a chair, like a cool chair,
Slap on some headlights on them and call
My
it a
dad has
day.
a body shop, so these are all headlights from cars, and like all the chrome pieces are like bumpers and stuff, and yeah.
They're just spectacular. I mean, how much do they weigh?
They're actually pretty light.
Yeah. Everything's kind of hollow on here, but
Yeah.
they're actually pretty comfortable. You were saying they're not comfortable. They're pretty good.
Well, these two are actually kind of comfortable to sit on. There's a third one over there. That one, you can't really lean back because I put I thought it would look, I didn't think about like the comfort. I thought about how cool it would look. So all the pieces are going up and down the back, so it's not the most comfortable to lean on. These are different. But yeah, I had a great time, and that's because I don't have a job right now. So this is what I was doing.
Well, you know what? It's a great way to take advantage of your time that you have while we're all quarantined at home. And I got to tell you that Game of Thrones has got nothing on you guys.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
That's
I'm
awesome.
Like, I gotta top them. Oh,
Caster's
I like
throwing.
Yeah, I definitely have to up my chair game here in the studio, so I might need to consult with you on some projects.
absolutely.
Well, he'll build you one.
No, I still
Awesome.
got like 6 more chairs, and my dad's shop. He's always got new cars coming in. I got lots of headlights and other parts. Yeah, I'll make you one.
I love it.
Want some Ferrari parts on there? Whatever you want.
Totally. As long as you've got this plan in mind, Dave Grohl, when he fell off the stage, he built that whole, throne thing that he sat on, and I think even Axl Rose used it. So,
Yeah.
It seems like there may be a niche here for your skill set.
Oh man, you be making money off of this. That's what you're saying.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think so. Get your business manager onto that.
That's what he does.
I'll get on it.
You guys have been busy with a lot of other stuff, though, too. I mean, recently you dropped the cover of Party Rock Anthem, and I want to dig into that a little bit with you guys. It's a really fun video. It's a great tune, and I really want to know what made you decide that was a good song for CASTER Volor to cover.
Well,
Comes straight from the title. I mean, Party Rock Anthem.
Right?
The biggest thing is that LMFAO, they're a pop band, but then they took a song and they called it Party Rock. It's like, it's not really rock and roll. So we wanted to sort of take it back and make it our
Nice.
own and really basically establish the dominance of it. So
I mean, yeah.
we kind of rewrote the whole song, took out lyrics, because, you're not going to fit that many words in a rock song. Otherwise, the song was already like almost 6 minutes when we recorded it. So if we kept any more verses, it would have been like 7 or 8.
Well, like in all honesty, like I listened to this, like listen to the song like once or twice before we started like writing it. So we just took the chords and the words, and that's what we made.
Yeah, we kept the melody.
We really wanted to make it our own. We didn't want to do like who did that cover of Africa by Toto? Weezer, yeah. It comes on the radio, and I'm like, why are these pop stations playing Toto's Africa all of a sudden? Because it sounds almost identical. And then someone's like, that's not Toto. I'm like, what do you mean that's not Toto? That is Toto. And it's not Toto. It's Weezer. And I'm just like, it's identical. That's not a cover. It's like them trying to replicate it. It's like, that's not what we were going for with this.
Yeah, like if you're a cover band, playing the weekends, you want to sound like the original song, but as an established band, make the song your own. Put your own spin on it.
Yeah, and I love that when people do that with covers. To me, that's a much more fun way to approach doing a cover, is to really make it your own. So what are some of the things you put in to the song that made it so uniquely CASTER Volor? What were you really trying to focus on?
We really wanted it to hit hard. So like just starting off with the intro, there's an entire drum intro as opposed to the original. It was more of just like a simple drum machine doing a 1-2 type of beat. And our drummer Jorge, instead, he put together like a whole drum solo right in the intro, while the rest of us are just playing basic chords.
Yep.
And then we get the momentum going, the beats going, and then we hit that big Bon Jovi style chorus. Everyone sing together. And then I really wanted to nail the solo part of it, where they have their keys and whatnot, the signature part of the song. And the first time I heard the original, I was like, man, this would sound really cool played on guitar. So I just put a bunch of distortion on it, and off you go.
Nice. Were there any elements to the song that you wanted to keep true to the original or close to the way the original sounded or felt?
Just enough so people recognize it.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to make sure that we had.
So like the melody.
Yeah, the melody.
Structure, the words.
Yeah.
We did change some of the words to be more rock and roll, but still.
Right, because it wasn't written like a rock song. So we had to make those changes.
Yeah.
Sure.
I was actually really happy with how it came out. To be honest, when I first brought this up,
Nobody wanted to do it.
like I told Steven, he's like, dude, no, because like it just hit me one day. I'm like, dude, we should. I think I might have been at a bar when the idea really hit me. I was like, we should probably cover this. And then I talked to Steve. I'm like, dude, we should probably cover this. He's like, dude, no, that's a horrible idea. And I'm like, I know, and I hate myself for bringing it up. But then I'm sitting at home one day, and I get an email, and it said, Party Rock Guitars. And I listened to it. He sent me him playing the guitar for that song. And I was like, well, there you go.
Yeah,
I
I was so stubborn about the idea. I was like, please, let's not do this. Do anything else.
so
But
like,
then I just took it home and I composed it. I'm like, you know what? This actually sounds pretty good.
the way I saw it was like Beatles had Twist and Shout, Quiet Riot had Come On Feel the Noise, CASTER Volor needed a song, and if you kind of look at the trend, you know, you take a song that's not really a rock song, and you kind of make it a rock song, and
Beef it up.
you beef it up, you put your style into it, and that's what they did, and that's what I wanted to do for this song.
Do you feel like covers are going to be an important part of what you do as you continue to make more music? You're going to try and do this on a somewhat regular basis?
Every now and then, but not really. We have a lot of original material.
Yeah,
Yep.
I like the original material better.
Yeah.
Um,
It's just right now, we're in between. We just released, 2 years ago we released our EP. It's now time for some new music, but we're not quite ready for the full-length album because there's going to be a lot of music on there. We want to make sure we do it right. It sounds perfect, the best we can possibly get it. But we wanted to release something else in the meantime. Aside
Keep
from
people excited.
Exactly. And aside from the music videos, we released this song here, put out something new in 2020. Now it's time to move on to the rest of the originals.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about those videos. How you've done 3 now with Party Rock in the last 6 or 8 months or so, but the first 2 were part of a theme. They sort of had a theme running through them of Castor and the Asylum. Talk a little bit about why you chose those particular songs to start your video experience with.
well, we did Ready or Not because we wanted to create a video where we can just rock out, basically,
Be ourselves.
and like
Yep.
show people what CASTER Volor is about. You know, like how crazy we are, how over the top. Just a video where it's just not much story, just go out, rock out. But then at the end and the beginning, and even in the video, you know, it's not so in your face, but there is a little bit of a story weaved into that. And
Sure.
then Black Leather we had to do next because that's kind of what we're known for. Like Black Leather Middle Finger.
That's our leading single.
Yeah. That's what we're about. And that one helped develop the story a little bit more. But that one had more of a theme.
There's a lot of different concepts running through that video.
So like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I talked about this enough with anybody, but I'm a huge Tyra Banks fan, you know? I've seen every episode of her talk show. I absolutely love her. We might have something special at some point. She has her,
So how did Tyra Banks get included in the video exactly?
she's not in there.
No.
There's a Tyra B, but you know.
Right.
But that's why. So I love Tyra and everything, and that's what the video was kind of like. I wanted to do like a runway, like a fashion show kind of thing. So that's where her influence came in, and yeah, there just happened to be a blow up doll with a name tag that said Tyra B.
Well, the video, it's about, being yourself, dress how you want to dress, because, people always come at us for the way we look and our visuals and all that. So that's what Black Leather Middle Finger is about.
So like
we
that-
don't care if you got a problem with it or not.
So that's what the song is about. It's about like it was mostly about kind of like a fashion statement because people would always talk about our looks. Like when we first started, like we would just get page-long emails, people saying horrible things, and all it really revolved around the look. not so much that we sucked, but more about what we were wearing. It's like, man, why are you so mad because I'm wearing leather pants?
And like we really sucked at the time, so at least
Like,
I would be okay if you hated on the music.
Yeah, talk more about how crappy the music is, and because we look great. Like, that was the thing. Like, no matter how bad we played, we look great. So that's what the song was really about. But the video, I wanted to take it a step further. So at the end, there's all these skeletons with names on them, and these skeletons, they had names. And these were names of people that I personally don't like.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of these people. Like, there's Jeffrey E. You know, like, I know a Jeffrey E. that I'm not a fan of. And maybe you know a Jeffrey E., you know, that you don't like. You know, I'm sure everyone has a Jeffrey they're not a fan of. So, like, I put these names on these people, and I guess
Gave them what they deserve.
I guess I punished them,
Basically.
sort of. There was a Fred P. who I engaged in sexual activities with.
We're going to make sure that everybody's got links to the video so they can see exactly how you respond to the haters.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I feel like that video was a little bit misunderstood.
Yeah, a little bit.
That last part, like, I feel like people didn't get it.
You just got to take
Was
the
it
time.
maybe too subtle?
Maybe.
Yeah, you know, I'm only drilling into someone's head, you know, like
Yeah, what was his name?
Adolf, I think.
Yeah, Adolf, yeah.
Who
you
could
know?
that have possibly been, you know?
I mean,
like,
you know.
I don't know.
So, like, these are people that I'm not a fan of, and what we tried to do in the video was hurt them. You know?
That's great.
Just basically how black leather middle finger is like the hand of justice. You could put it that way.
Right.
I love it.
Because that's kind of what that gesture means. It means, hey, you know, are we allowed to swear on this?
Yeah, it's just Facebook.
Okay. Because I remember last time we couldn't curse.
It was really
that
tough.
was really tough. But basically, you know, black leather middle finger means fuck off. You know, I don't care what you say. I'm going to do me. You do whatever it is you do. I don't care.
Exactly.
And that's what we're saying to these folks.
So,
I love it. We're going to drop in that song into the recording, so when we set it up as a podcast, people will be able to listen to that. We're going to drop in Party Rock Anthem as well.
Awesome.
I'm curious to know about the production of the videos, actually. Like, who directed and shot the videos for you guys?
So, I directed them. We put the storylines together. You know, he's obviously doing more of like the artistic part of it and being like, hey, I want to make sure we touch base on this. We talk about this. We visualize this. And then I kind of just put it together. And the guy who filmed it is actually my tattoo artist. So I was like,
he's a creative guy already.
Yeah, I was like, you do video. Let's make some music videos together. He's like, all right, cool. So that's what we did for those three.
That's really fun. And so same guy shot all three of the videos.
All three of them.
All three, yep.
Actually, if you want to talk about production, we could talk about Party Rock.
Yeah.
That video.
That was wild.
Yeah, so we had to throw the script out.
It was all just
Because
on the spot.
we went too hard.
Fun.
All right,
We.
it wasn't a we. So in my perfect world, the way it was supposed to happen is everybody shows up. You know, I explain the purpose of the video. Then we have some things to loosen up, and then we can film it. What happened is everyone came down plastered.
Uh-oh.
So we had to control like a group of 15, 20 people who were just completely drunk.
Oh, no.
So what we did is we just turned up the music loud, and then we just rocked out.
Yeah, so
I love it.
we lost complete control of that.
But it's so
video.
genuine. It's
I mean,
CASTER Volor.
That's like a CASTER Volor party, but like, you know, we had plans. You know, and none of that really came to.
Yeah.
But you know what? It felt like you were playing a live show. You know, people were getting into it, and you were really, lighting it up.
Yeah.
It was really,
No,
it's
it was
a lot
a
of fun.
wild time.
Exactly. And then afterwards, we continued the party once we were done filming. And
Nice.
I remember when I was cleaning up, I had to grab a shovel because there was so much garbage everywhere. I was just like shoveling confetti and bottles and balloons into a garbage bag. It was
That's very metal. You know, when there's a Caster Volor behind the music episode sometime in the future, that's got to be like the headline story.
we should.
I think those would be more popular than the videos.
Oh man, we need a footage of that of me cleaning. That would have been great.
It's like completely drunk, shoveling inside the house.
Well, yeah, that was the thing. Like, you know, it's not like we weren't partying either. Like, we were having a really good time.
It had to be authentic.
Right. We didn't fake
There
anything
needs
in
to
that
be
video.
a blooper reel from that video. It sounds like.
I gotta find them.
Oh man.
I love it. So you guys obviously have had a lot of shows recently. You've been playing a lot. You toured. You actually gone to Wisconsin for a number of shows, Illinois for a number of shows. How are those new fans? I mean, I'm assuming that they're not quite as familiar with you as Twin Cities are. How are those fans reacting to your music? What kind of feedback are you getting?
Very good feedback.
I'd say really positive. You
Yeah.
know, that's why we keep coming back.
Yeah, that's true.
Illinois has the best response from what we've seen, whether it's just like a suburb of Illinois or Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to have like a stronger rock and roll metal community over there.
Honestly,
sort
like
of.
any city you play in,
Yeah.
there's a big rock and roll venue.
Interesting.
Like when we're playing on Memorial Day, hopefully that still happens.
Yeah.
But that's in Savannah, Illinois. Like, has anyone heard of Savannah, Illinois? I don't know. Probably not. But the point is, the guy in Savannah over there, he owns like the entire main street. So he has like
Wow.
4 or 5 bars, and we're gonna be playing on the main stage for 2 nights. So it's like, I think we're getting pretty positive feedback over there.
Savannah is actually supposed to be like Sturgis. From what they
Yeah.
tell me, it gets really wild. They even have a bar there. It's called the Iron Horse.
That's where we're playing. It's the Iron Horse.
Iron Horse, yes. Well, there's also one in Sturgis that's called the Iron Horse.
Yep.
Right.
It's like a
Um,
huge biker bar area, and they're like, yeah, we have thousands of bikes lined up on Memorial Day and everything. So
No kidding. Well, that'll be a perfect
Pretty
audience
rowdy.
for you guys.
We like when things get rowdy.
yeah, no, they're pretty wild over there because I remember they were asking if we wanted to take our drinks to go. Like,
Wow. Okay.
I remember that.
Oh man, that was
How did you get connected with those places in Wisconsin and Illinois, Savannah in particular?
So those particular places, we first played in a suburb called Polo, Illinois. Now,
Okay.
fuck yeah, Justy P.
Justy P, you the
We love
man.
Justy P.
It's actually a marine bar, and he's like, "You guys need to play at my buddy." Oh man, he's gonna hate me for this.
Oh dude.
Oh no,
Uh-oh.
what is his name?
Gary.
He's gonna hate us for this. But anyways, like he's got a huge bar in Savannah. You guys need to go over there. So, yeah, that's how we got connected there. As far as initially getting connected with Chesty's, we were first playing a show at Top Fuel Saloon with Every Mother's Nightmare, and that's in Braidwood, Illinois. And then we're like, hey, if we're gonna go that far, we need to find some other places to play in. And I just came across a couple venues, and I just contacted them. So I'm like, sweet, let's play here. Let's make our trip
That's
worthwhile.
great. Well, you know, I mean, a little elbow grease, I guess, goes a long way, right?
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
They can't say yes if you don't ask.
Exactly.
That is true.
And so, you're also on the bill at Rockfest, assuming that comes together in July. What stage are you guys going to be playing on this year?
Loud and local.
Perfect.
It
You've
better
played
not
there
be
before,
canceled.
right?
Sorry, what was that?
You've played that stage before, right?
No, this is our first time playing Rockfest.
It is.
Yep.
Wow! Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's exciting. So, have you heard from other folks who played there and kind of know what to expect?
I haven't really talked to anyone about it. I've seen just some footage of some local bands that have played there, and it looks like a lot of fun. So,
Yeah.
yeah, and then over in Chippewa Falls at Everybody's Bar, we played there a couple months back, and the owner, he's like, hey, make sure you guys set up your entire production when you go to Rockfest, and just do what you guys do. So
Great.
super
Yeah.
excited
Man,
for that.
that's another perfect environment for you guys. I mean, it's going to be a great audience. When do you play?
We actually have 3 sets between, I think it's like 12:15 until about 4 o'clock. So throughout that
Nice.
time frame, we'll play 3 times.
That's great. And which day are you playing?
Friday. With Slipknot, Anthrax, Steel Panther.
Technically, we're opening for Slipknot.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I like it.
I wish Snoop Dogg was playing Friday because that'd be pretty cool too, but he's on Saturday.
Is he?
Snoop's on Saturday.
That's going to be a different experience. I mean, that's going to be kind of a different. I mean, he's the first true non-metal act that they've had at
Yeah.
Fest. It would be interesting to see how the crowd responds to him for sure.
Is it Snoop Dogg or Snoop Lion?
It's Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I think that's how they have him built, is Snoop Dogg.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like
So
Snoop Lion.
as you've had a chance to play with some other bands locally, and you guys were actually on the very last bill at Piggy Bank in Uptown
Yeah.
for Diamante. And what do those fans have to say with to you guys after your sets? You getting to a good new audience with some of those shows?
That was actually a really good show for us
That was one of our best.
because it opened us up to a different demographic, sort of.
Well, it's basically, that's actually what I would think is our target audience, which we don't really get a chance to play to too often.
Yeah. And is that the first time you played with Cold Kingdom? Because they're local as well.
Yeah, first time.
That's great. And so were you able to make some good connections with those folks, and maybe do some shows with them in the future?
No, we didn't really get a chance to talk to him too much. It was kind of everything was a little bit rushed. We were just on a schedule, and
Yeah. There were 3 bands on the bill, right?
Yeah, there was 3 bands.
3 bands, very small stage for everything that we needed to set up. So, and our drummer showed up late, so we were kind of nervous about that too. So,
And then afterwards,
the fans got us really drunk too. So,
yeah, we went really hard that night. Yeah.
yeah, no, we
It was a fun
stayed.
show.
We stayed until the very end, and we were
Nice.
just chilling with just Diamante and a couple other members of her band, and she was really drunk at the time too, and the bartender was trying to kick us all out, but we convinced him
jeez.
to get one more shot. So he gave us all 1 shot of tequila, and then he told us to get out.
That's how they bribed us to leave, because, we weren't leaving.
You don't got to go home, but you can't stay here.
Exactly.
It was a Tuesday night, man.
Yep.
It was a Tuesday night, yeah.
It was hard going to work the next day. I did not expect that, to be honest. I thought I was going to go in, play, have a couple beverages, and go home. And yeah, I ended up getting shit fucked. It was a great night. I had a great time.
Yeah. No, it was just a lot of fun.
I had a lot of fun.
You had kind of an auspicious ending to this whole club scene before the virus hit, too. You played the Skyway with Flaw and Gabriel and the Apocalypse. I think that was literally like the last club show
Yep.
Yeah.
in Minnesota before the lockdown.
Yeah.
What was that? Was there much of a crowd there that night?
Why do we keep shutting things down? No.
Let rock live.
No, it's like every time we play, everything shuts down afterwards.
Well, the sky was not closed. It was just shut down.
Well, I mean, everything shut down. This one, we shut the whole world down.
The crowd was great.
You broke Minnesota.
Right?
Yeah, we
So
partied hard
was it a decent
afterwards
crowd
on
at that
that.
show?
Yeah, no, so the crowd was really great at that show. There was a lot of people there. We got to hang out with Gabriel and the Apocalypse, made some good connections with them. They really liked our set. We loved their style. Yeah, we made a lot of friends that night, actually.
That's great. I mean, they've got a very visual presentation too. When you get on a bill with some bands like that are really sort of high energy, big visual show, how do you stand out? What are the things you guys try to do in your live set to make an impression in that kind of environment?
It first starts off with the production.
Like for example, when we opened for Diamante, you actually couldn't see that there was like stuff set up behind us. Like our banner covered up the entire back, like the other band's drums and amps and all that. Like it didn't look like there was someone going on afterwards, because like we just had so much production.
With the light pillars, the light columns.
Yeah, they didn't let
the
us
massive drum set too. Like the thing is, what I really appreciate is that our drummer brings a massive kit regardless of where we're playing. There's always 2 bass drums, 4 rack toms, 2 floor toms, and he even asked me, he's like, "Do I have to bring the big one?" I was like, "Yes, you have to bring the big one."
Well, like that's the thing. Like we want people to see that we're here. So like no matter where we're playing, we're bringing our production. Now some stages, and because of like turnover time, we might not be able to bring the full production, but we still bring as much of it as we can. And that's what we did for those 2 shows, and it really helps us establish our image and what we're trying to present and portray.
Just with the stage production itself.
And then we have our intro song, and that just sets everything up.
Not a lot of bands have an intro piece that just starts off before the band is playing or anything like that.
Yeah.
And I think ours is a little unique because it takes a little bit of classical music going into some dubstep, some Skrillex in there, and then it even ends with the Terminator. And then that's when we come out, and then we start off usually with Ready or Not, Come On and Rock.
We try to make it very dramatic.
Yeah. The theatrical aspects.
And then as soon as the first note hits, that's where our music comes in and we come in. And like what I really love about these shows that you just mentioned is that we get to open, like we're the first band. I love being the first band actually, because then you can kind of set up.
Take the time.
And when you hit the stage, you set the standard,
Right.
And that's the thing, like for better or worse, like whatever we do, everyone has to top that, So like, let's say the next band wanted to take it easy. Well, they're not going to take it easy, After what we put on, like they're going to have to give it all they got. This is not going to be one of those shows. So that's also a good thing. It creates that kind of competition and helps everyone put on a better show. So the fans are the real winners.
Well, because our shows, they're very high energy. We come out swinging, jumping, kicking, flying, punching, blood spitting, whatever it is.
We leave it all on the stage.
So the audience is amped up, and they want more blood. They want more.
Right.
So the next band, they're like, yeah, I got to come out and do the same thing. That makes for just a great night for everybody.
Absolutely. It's a fun. It's obvious that you've thought this through pretty carefully. That visual component. I mean, obviously you sound really tight when you're on stage, and you've worked well together, as a band for a long time. But that visual and having that well thought out seems like it's really been part of the plan from the very beginning. Is that true?
So when we first started, like our first show at the Varsity Theater, we wanted to do all that, but that was very hard, especially because the songs, like we thought we had good songs, but like deep down I think we knew that we can do better, and we needed more music-wise.
Well, we didn't even have a drummer or a bass player on top of that.
Yeah, so we needed to, before we could do real production, we needed to kind of figure out what we're about, what we're doing. And that took a while. And to learn to play our instruments and sing and stuff. Like, that doesn't happen on day one. So that actually took a lot of time. And then slowly we started by, having a banner. Then it was a different banner. Then we added the curtains. Then we added some lights. And honestly, it was right before we released our EP that I just got this drive, this motivation to start welding. So my dad, he owns a body shop, and I went there. I'm like, hey Dad, let's start welding. So he showed me how to cut metal and how to work with it, and he helped on the first pieces especially. Like he did a lot of the work because I didn't know how to work with metal, but he started teaching me, and he still helps, of course, but it's more me doing more of a hand, me doing most of the work. And now, I'm hooked on it because, I really like working with metal. So when I build all these props and everything, it makes me happy. I have a good time. I'm I'm not like, oh man, I gotta build this. I'm like, no,
That's
I want to
great.
build this. You know, I'm excited.
Yeah, he's always asking me. He's like, Steve, what can I do right now? Give me a job.
Well, like right now, because I'm not doing anything. Yeah, I'm like, Steve, like, let me build something.
I'm like, build whatever you want. I
So,
don't know.
Like, I built these soundproofing panels. I built these chairs. I'm polishing up all the equipment, making it, you know, more durable because stuff does, like the lights. Those are the things that
Yeah,
can
well,
fall
when you're
apart.
running around with a power drill on stage, I gotta believe that stuff gets damaged.
Right.
Mostly
Yeah.
ourselves.
That's actually true. We take the most damage.
Yeah. It is. Shows are so hard. Like, man.
It's
Steve, you talked earlier about doing some new music. What do you guys have on tap?
So we want to make a couple more music videos because we already have 3 out of the 5 songs on the EP done with videos. We want to wrap up the storyline there with the love that we once had, and then the inmates are running the asylum, which is going to be that final video and basically wrap everything up with the asylum and the institution and all of that.
Because, like, right now we have a story that we started, and that's really going to make everything make sense.
Because inmates
Sure.
is the whole story right there. Black Leather and then Ready or Not are just kind of like, hey, we have more coming, basically.
Right.
And they also play a part in the actual story, but it's not like the main part. It's not like the meat. You know, it's kind of like the veggies. It's just right now it's kind of tricky with the situation we're in.
Sure.
You know, like we can't film inmates because we need multiple inmates.
We need a lot of
Right.
people for that one, too.
But
Yeah.
what it's going to do is it's going to give us more time to plan everything out, to write the scripts, get all the right pieces and everything.
Do all the busy work right
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Are
using.
you working on any new songs?
now. Actually, yes.
We got a whole bunch of new songs, and these songs are actually shaping up where we're going next. That's why we need to get these videos done and out, so we can kind of move on from that. So we can finish this and move on to the record. And like we've written some really cool stuff.
Yeah, because right now when we play live, we play songs off the
We play
album.
half the album, roughly.
But
Yep.
there's still more songs that need to be written. The lyrics have already
Right.
been done. So I just need to compose the music to it, which is what I've been doing now because I have nothing else to do. So I kind of just like locked myself at home because I've had to. And I just started looking at the words and writing guitar parts to it and really composing the songs. And I've basically finished the album. So
That's great.
once the quarantine is lifted and, well, next time we have a rehearsal, you know, then we're going to start learning the songs as a band. And then we can finally hit the studio.
And the studio has been built. That's what all these sound panels are for. And
Nice.
I bought some really gnarly recording equipment. So
A lot of new
the
equipment.
the production is going to be much better. We're better at what we do, not just like instruments, vocals, but also
Sure.
mixing, engineering.
Mhm.
And we also now have someone in our pocket that can help with the mixing engineering if we need it. So like
That's great.
we're taking it to the next level, and this album is going to be huge.
We're taking our time with it too because
Yeah.
we really want it to be the best thing that we've done. It's a lot of songs. It's our best songs that we have, and yeah, it needs to represent us.
It's an interesting process that you guys use. A lot of bands will start with a riff or with, laying down the music and then the words sort of follow. But it sounds like you're starting from the lyrical side and working into the music. That's kind of an interesting, different process.
Yeah.
It goes a little bit both ways. It's just this guy's got a lot of lyrics already written, so it makes it a little bit easier to go lyrics and then music as
Sure.
opposed to music then.
And as you can probably tell through this interview we're doing here, I don't stop talking. So if I don't stop talking, I probably don't stop thinking and writing too. And that's kind of where I'm at. Like I've got hundreds of songs written, and the ones that I've written and picked for this first album, because I'm really artsy fartsy. So I have a whole concept, and there's a reasoning to why these songs are here, what the order and all that. Like, it's not like a straight up concept album where like you have to listen to it front to back.
Sure.
But there is a concept weaving through the whole album, and everything will make sense at the end. And I know I keep saying that, actually. I keep saying at the end everything will make sense, but it will, and that's I like it like that,
Well,
because
when you watch a movie, you'll never know what really happened unless you finish it.
you're like,
So
I
it's like-
hate it when someone's like talking through the movie, going, "Oh, I think this is gonna happen or that's gonna happen." No, just stop. Just let it happen.
Wait for it.
Wait for it.
Right, it's gonna happen, and that's kind of what we're doing here. And also, I want people to kind of start having their own thoughts about like what's happening, you know.
Nice. Yeah.
Because we throw out
See,
a lot of...
when you're bringing that, when you get the lyrics from Caster, are there some things in there that you can hook into as far as creating riffs? I mean, is there some rhythmic stuff going on there that you use? How do you decide how to approach that music when you're working with the lyrics that he's already created?
So at first, I read the whole story that he's written. So then
Sure.
I try to understand kind of what it's about, and then I kind of pick my own melody and rhythm to it. I mostly just have a story given to me, and then now it's time for me to really compose and arrange it. And then obviously it's got to fit with the mood, the lyrics. They have to go hand in hand and such. But yeah, it's basically I just start plugging away at the words and kind of seeing what fits.
Cool.
Or I can just come up with a riff, and then he's like, "Hey, I have lyrics that fit right to that," and I'm like, "Okay, let's try it."
Sounds like a really solid collaboration. It sounds like you guys really bounce things off of each other.
It actually works very well, except most of the songs. I'm a big Elvis fan, you know, and Elvis loves to do his like ballads and stuff. While personally, I'm not a big fan of ballads, but a lot of the lyrics I write them in a ballad-like mood style. And as you can tell from our any song that we've recorded, we don't have ballads. So like
I was
he
gonna say,
doesn't
you're
do
super
that.
not balanced.
Yeah, like he speeds them up, he makes them aggressive. But the record will have slower songs.
The record, it's a freak show. It's got everything you could possibly imagine.
Well, that's the whole thing. Like, if you're gonna have an album called "Welcome to the Freak Show," you gotta deliver.
The album,
Right.
it has songs that are 10 minutes long. It has songs that are 3 minutes long.
Wow.
We have different tunings throughout the whole album, from standard to drop C tuning, so we get pretty heavy.
Wow.
But we keep it melodic throughout the whole time, keeping the theme of CASTER Volor upbeat, energetic, a lot of,
That sounds exciting. It
love
sounds
in
like you
there.
really got a lot of diversity in the music, which is, it sounds like it's going to be a great record. Do you have a target? I mean, obviously recording now is going to be really hard, but do you have a goal of date to get it out?
I was thinking probably early 21.
Mm-hmm.
So because, I mean, we're already in April.
Yeah.
So
Oh man, you're right.
spend these next months finishing these songs as a band, really tightening them up,
Yeah.
then recording them, mixing them, leaving them alone, coming back to them, and
Yeah.
then preparing to, market and promote them, which brings us into 21, and then we obviously want to do a full tour
Yeah.
for that album too.
And specifically, a really big release show party.
Yeah.
Like, we've been talking about this for a while now. But yeah, it's gonna be.
That sounds exciting.
Very
And
neat.
obviously you've been busy with a ton of stuff in the interim, and you even put out some new merch. And I got to ask about the goggles, the Party Rock goggles. Are those really for sale?
Yeah.
Yeah, we manufacture them.
I found a way to manufacture them in a somewhat cost-effective manner. Well, because like LMAFO, they had
They have those sunglasses.
They had
with
sunglasses,
like the stripes and stuff.
you know, and
Yeah.
I was like, how do I one up that?
But make it heavy metal.
So
Right.
I was a little bit inspired by actually Nine Inch Nails. Like Trent Reznor
Oh, yeah.
wears those like welding goggles, and
Yeah.
I was like, I like to weld. So I kind of took that and I looked at a lot of different kind of like sunglasses and stuff like that, and I took some influences and I came up with these, and yeah, I think they're pretty sweet. They got spikes
I think they're
on
really
them.
cool. Yeah, they are absolutely cool.
So yeah, we're starting to sell those, and
Nice.
hopefully people
So,
like them.
where do we send people to learn more about you guys? Where would you like us to direct the audience?
That would just be castervolor.com.
Okay, great.
You can find
They
everything
get
on
you
there.
social media there as well.
Yep, absolutely.
We got Facebook, got the Instagrams.
The Twitters.
Make sure to follow my personal Instagram. I need more followers.
We have our YouTube channel, so we'd love to have people go over there too. Whatever social site or music link you're on, it'll connect you to the other one because we have them all. And especially our website, you scroll to the bottom, it's got everything down there.
We are everywhere.
So, what parting words of wisdom do you have for our audience?
Have a good time. All the time.
All the time.
Oh, man, that was a
Very
good
nice.
one. That worked out perfectly. I really like that.
But yeah, for real, check out our new single, Party Rock Anthem. It's available everywhere.
Yes, that is true.
All right, Stephen, Caster, this has been a ton of fun. Thank you so much for coming back on the show, and let us know when you've got new stuff coming out. Good luck with the upcoming videos and your shows coming up.
Sounds good.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, guys.
All right, cool. Well, thanks, guys, for tuning in. Again, check out our new music, EP. Party Rock is out as well. Got some videos on YouTube. Tune in.
So, like, you're Facebook Living this Facebook Live feed.
Wow, there's two of me.
Dude. Look at that. And I can see
Facebook
myself.
Liveception.
And in that video, you can see me doing that again.
Look at that. Look at this. 1, 2, 3 in there.
Like, that's crazy. Should I
Awesome.
get my phone too?
Nah, it's all good.
Okay.
All right, thanks, guys, for tuning in. Stay safe. Wash your hands. We'll see you later.